This is something that I have to get off my chest real quick, right? So I wrote this tweet on Twitter. Raheem clearly won't bitch after his statement. However, I can't see how Kirk Cousins is the quarterback going into 2025. And quite frankly, man, this is one of the worst games that I've seen from a quarterback in a long time. This dude had 4 interceptions, and he could have easily had 5 or 6 interceptions. Just some of the worst throws that I've seen from a quarterback. Just worst decisions. He was consistently under pressure. Okay, and I'm going to say something right now that I think is I wouldn't say it goes against something that I believe personally, because I believe that, the game changes. You have better athletes. You have, these guys are getting bigger, faster, and stronger. But you have to have that ability to move around somewhat. You got to be able to call the right plays for certain quarterbacks. And Kirk Cousins right now, he looks old. His arms look shot. He's always reluctant to run, but he just looks even older right now. All right, he just look old right now. He looks like this. I won't say disinterested, but he just doesn't look. I don't know what's going on with Kirk. I will say this. Raheem, I know he's a player's coach, and, sometimes that is good, but right now it's absolutely horrendous, all right? Because what you don't want to do as a head coach and being a player's coach, just sticking with guys when you know that these guys are losing you games. Kirk Cousins was a major, major part of why this Atlanta Falcons team lost. Even with the passing game, a couple of key drops in certain situations. You have Young Wei Koo with the missed field goals. You know what I'm saying? It's like these guys had the opportunity to, to take the helm. They had a chance to win games. But when you have a guy that's specifically and solely one of the major reasons as to why they lost this game, and it's Kirk Cousins, you can't give him 4. I don't. At some point, you just got to make a decision, man. Is it really Kirk Cousins? If this is what's best for this team, is Kirk Cousins? You really had to have a real conversation with yourself. Sit down with the team and say, is it Michael Penix time? All right, because today was god awful. I saw nothing from Kirk Cousins that made me feel like that he was confident that he can continue. Like the last 3 games, he's just getting worse and worse, in my opinion. I'm not saying that you should bench him and keep him on the bench, but if he isn't healthy, a lot of people probably think to themselves, because I know he has at some point with a shoulder injury. I don't think that is a major part, but that's something to talk about. But now you got to really looking at yourself. Is Kirk Cousins the best option for the Falcons to make the playoffs? Because he's one of the main reasons right now why the Falcons aren't playing well. Right? And we're not getting the ball into the playmakers' hands in certain situations. So you really have to take that into consideration when you're talking about Kirk Cousins. So would this and should this be a Michael Penix opportunity? I don't think he's ready. And the question is he really the real deal? I don't know. I don't know if he's ready. I don't think he's ready. And I will stick to that. I think the Falcons are doing the right thing as far as keeping them out. But if the Falcons really want to make it to the playoffs, man, maybe riding Kirk Cousins is the right thing to do. But I'm gonna be real with you. I would not be disappointed if the Falcons decided to bench Kirk Cousins. Sometimes you just got to say to yourself, man, like maybe you spending that money on a guy or wasn't the best thing, and it was, it just didn't work out. One of these opportunities, one of these things where it just did not work out. And Kirk Cousins he may not be that guy. He may be done in his career. But like I said, man, the Falcons, they got to go back, look at the film for the most part defensively. I love what they did defensively, but now the question is it Kirk Cousins or is it Michael Penix? In my opinion, man, it's clearly Michael Penix is going to be the quarterback in 2025. That's my hot take. Let me know what you guys think about this. Is it Michael Penix time? What would you do if you were Raheem? Would you bench Kirk Cousins or would you start Michael Penix? Leave your comments below. This has been your boy, Mad Mike, with another Atlanta Falcons video.